everybody, I'm Nick, and welcome to the extra episode of Pokémon Yellow, where we cover post-game content of whatever I'm playing, and there's only going to be one of these, because there's only one extra area we can now explore now that we've become the champion. But first things first, I'm going to need to haul myself all the way over to Viridian City and ignore whatever this encounter is. Stupid Pidgey. Let's go hiking. Well, that was a little bit of a walk without HMs, but you know what? That's just fine. And you know, while we're here in Cerulean City, I need to go to the PC and pick something up real quick, so I left a Master Ball in here before, and now is the finally time to actually pick it up and use the dang thing. So, where in the world did I leave the Master? Here it is. Is there anything else in my bag that I should probably deposit at this point? I'm not catching anything else right now. So, let's just take our one Master Ball and move along, shall we? Because it's now finally time to deal with that stupid cave over there that was blocked off the whole main game. It's the one piece of post-game content. Oh boy. Who's ready for the unknown dungeon? Or rather more lamely named Cerulean Cave. My Pokemon never got healed from the champion fight. Oops. I keep forgetting that in later generations they auto-heal your Pokemon, but in Gen 1, nope! How they were left after the champion is how you use them after you finish the game. But over here, there's a trainer I forgot to fight. Yeah, there's like one random trainer right here. I came to get my mushroom Pokemon. Yeah, gee, wonderful. Gee, Willikers, you want mushrooms? There's a cave right over there. Even though you already have them! And they're like in their mid-30s or whatever. It's an entirely whatever fight. It's just a random trainer battle. It's just here that you have to go out of your way to go find. And I know there's a couple other like random trainers that I don't think I fought over on the route to the right of Fuchsia City, but that's another case of whatever, man. And the TMOV you get in that side pathway is Rage, which sucks. My butt. Anyway, let's go ahead and just bop this one other random trainer just because we're here. Oh, my cute mushroom Pokemon! There may not be any more mushrooms here. I think I got them all. Gee, I wonder, with the Paris and Parasect that are in your roster there. Anyway, I'm going to put Alakazam up in front because it's the fastest thing I got. And the levels are going to be around, like, late 50s, early 60s in here. And now is the part where I tell you that the layout for this place varies wildly, depending on what version you're playing. Because I believe red and blue use the red and green layout. Blue Japanese gets its own layout. And then yellow here has its own dungeon layout. It's weird, man. I've actually never really explored this place all that much in yellow because I've never actually played it a whole lot. But there are actually... Oh, God. I hate the top floor of this place. It's a stupid maze. Anyway, there are two exclusive Pokemon down here. One you'll expect, and one you won't expect. So, maybe in our running around, we'll find the damn thing. Oh, Tauros, I love you, but please switch places with Gyarados so it's easier to access Surf. Please and thank you. Okay. Because there was an item all over here I wanted to pick up because I'm greedy. But yeah, the unknown dungeon has, like, a random assortment of Pokemon in here. And by random, I do mean random. Oh, boy. Oh, this is where I love that in Gen 2, where you... Oh, there's only the 2 ways to go. Nuts. And then the top floor says, like, yeah, you know what, fuck you, here's all this, and I push the button again! I'm pushing the freaking button again! To change the color modes on accident. Whoopee! Maybe I should have just kept this old boss in my inventory because I picked up enough. Doggone it! Ditto! No, thank you. Please, no. Get me out of this crazy place. Anyway, let's just see where we end up in this crazy maze. Although I will say that in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I do find it hilarious that they took out the maze entirely because it just doesn't work in the Let's Go format. It's so funny. Of course, it makes the cave incredibly lame, but... whatever, I guess. It is, as I said, post-game content, so... Like, some people are still going to care, but... I don't know, man. At this point, I'm just... Like, this Ditto really wants to be friends with me, and I'm just like... No! Okay, so... Did that other way only just lead to an item? It probably just leads to an item, if I had to bet. At least level 60 Rhydon can give you some decent experience. There's only really, like, 3 total floors in the unknown dungeon, so... The only annoying thing, really, is just going up and down all the ladders. Let me go back and check and see that item ball, because I have to. Even if I have to brute force my way through every single last one of these encounters. By constantly hitting the run button, because my team is good enough, I swear! Oh, is this all this was? Only to get me a max revive? Yes! Yes, it was. Is this cave just actually extremely straightforward, but it's just a pain in the ass, and they just, like, drag it on and on and on? It's not like the actual maze it was in Red and Blue? Because I'm gonna be honest, that would be really funny. That'd be really funny, guys. The Dragon Quest people don't come in until Colosseum, guys. Unless this is the Mother team talking, and, you know, they did Mother 1 and 2, which were way more straightforward and inspired by Dragon Quest 2. I'll take whatever this ball is. Because I know it ain't a rock. And this rock is too big for me to pick up and throw into a lake. It's another freaking Ultra Ball. Alright, we have a ladder this way. I actually get to make a choice. Let's see where we go then. You know, just for my own sake, I had the mouse cursor over on stop recording. I'd really rather not do that yet. What in the world was that mouth noise? I swear. It's another item ball. A rare candy. Woo. Did they really just make this much more linear? What a shock. It's honestly really funny that they made this way more linear than it was in Red and Blue. Like, oh, you got lost in the original game? Well, now you're not getting lost anymore. It's a straight path to the end. Even if it doesn't look like it. And unfortunately, the way my guts are talking to me now, I think I may need to make a quick cut. But luckily for you guys, you won't notice a darn thing except for maybe like a skip in the audio. Back. Okay, now that battles are taken care of, let's explore more! I say as I run into another ditto. No, you don't get your functionality until the next gen. Which is literally the next games, because even in Japan, Yellow is the final game of Gen 1. Cool, another item. Cool, another Golbat. That mouth is just, release me from my suffering. At least it's not quite the suffering that is the red-blue sprite. Just means I have to go this way. Rhyhorn? We're gonna deal with you later. And by later, I mean never. We're just gonna run away. We're going to bravely run away as I navigate my way through this linear cave. Will I get an item this way? Yes. Another max revive. It's just like, what items could they really offer you in here? Another ladder that goes up. Okay. Alright, one of these ways is going to lead me to an item. But unfortunately right now there is a Sandslash that is looking at me. And we're just going to turn the other cheek and just run the hell away. Okay, which way is it? There wasn't any choice. They both went the same damn way. Let me pick up my item and go, please. A second rare candy. Woohoo. And what the hell is this? Nothing? It's a whole load of nothing. And now we're on the way to the bottom floor. I mean, it's probably going to be just as linear as it was in Red and Blue. I mean, it means that this cave is technically longer than how much time you could put into the Red and Blue one, but there's no gimmicks to it. You just walk to the end, and that's it. The only diversions are for items and not to actually try and mix you up and get lost. It's not a maze anymore. This dungeon is lame. The only thing that's not lame is the potential thing you can find in here. But I have to find it first. Otherwise, if we end up to what I want to get to at the end of this dungeon, I'll just talk about it. Will you be a bro and actually show up? I need to talk about it. There's only 2 bios I have to do left. And one of them is here for some freaking reason. Nope. Just more bats. Because I think I'm gonna go batty or something in here. Sheesh, it's first trying to do a gear shift or something. I mean, at least these levels would be decent enough to train Pokemon on. However, I don't have to suffer like I did in Blue version when I streamed that. And of course, there's still some water tiles to surf on in here, but you need... There you are! There you are! Hello, Lickitung! Yes, for what godforsaken reason that the devs were on, They moved Lickitung from an in-game trade from the west of Fuchsia City to the post-game! Lickitung was already hot ass in red and blue. Like, in that area, you could already catch Tauros, for Pete's sake. Why would they do this? They wanted to make me cry. Apparently. Ugh. You can also find Chansey in here, but it's at a lower encounter rate and the levels are lower than they are in red and blue, so if you're going to train on them, use that game. Why are there two items next to each other? I think this is like one of the few times in the series this has actually happened. I get a Max Revive and an Ultra Ball. Okay. Don't worry, our last bio is right at the end. Luckily, Lickitung was a bro and actually came up before what I wanted to do, because if Lickitung was to be the final bio in this series, I would have been like, you know what? Cool story, bro. Cool story, bro, but you're still kind of a jackass. Anyway, we're almost to the end of this thing. We're almost finished. This wasn't going to be a super long extra episode, because what I'm about to do, there's the prize. There's the prize. Just get on the Gyarados and surf your way over, for Pete's sake. Here we are. I'm not even going to save, because this is why I brought my Master Ball. Hi, Mewtwo. You're the single most broken thing about Gen 1. And I'm not even going to give you the respect of trying to catch you, because that would just be a pain in my ass, because you have infinite recovers. Get in the Master Ball. I don't care. We're not dealing with this. Get the Mewtwo and get out. I'll let the bios explain just how broken it is. And this is like, there's a very good reason that this, you only get this in post-game, because yeah, its DNA is almost the same size as Mew's. However, its size and disposition are vastly different. Mewtwo in Gen 1 exploits, like, the main broken things about Gen 1. The special stat being, you know, one stat. Busted. It means it tanks, like, every special attack you could throw at it. And speed crits. Because of its extremely high base speed, it's going to crit you all the damn time. That's why Mewtwo was busted in Gen 1. Oh, also Amnesia, you know, being, you know, boosting special by 2 stages. Yeah, that's totally fair. But that's it. That was the final bio in the entire series. And that was the you know what? I even get to use my final escape rope. Hell yeah. Except I didn't heal here. Where do I... Okay, I warped home. That's actually, like, the perfect place to end things on, right? Where everything started. Oh, boy. So we're gonna do one final in-game save. This series took me around well, probably less than 19 hours, probably closer to 20. Considering how rough those first initial episodes were before I swapped the battery. Not too much of a big deal, but you know what? I think I'll make this announcement now. No, I'm going to make this announcement after this. I'm going to make it its own video that'll replace the normal slot for a Tuesday video. So I'm going to deal with coming up with that, and just stay tuned for what'll be coming up next. So with that, I've been Nick, and I will see you guys next time.